Okay, let's go over example 1, determining statistical questions. So the directions say decide whether the following questions are statistical questions. Okay, let's look at this first one in here. The question is, how much does my pet grapefruit weigh? Well, a pet grapefruit, that's a little unique of a pet, but let's suppose that we had that. Before we decide if it is a statistical question or not, let's decide what we need to do to answer that. Okay, so how much does my pet grapefruit weigh? Well, let's say we had a pet grapefruit, and let's say it probably weighed about 1 pound. So 1 pound. Okay, well, that's about all the answers I can give because it's just asking the weight. Now, let's recall statistical questions. To answer, you need to collect data. So we have our data, 1 pound, with variability. So remember, variability means that there's some variety or there's a change. So that doesn't really give us any variability. It's just a one number answer. It weighs 1 pound and that's it. So this is not a statistical question because our answer is just one single number. Okay, so I'm just going to say, oops. I'm just going to say no. Okay, let's look at the next one. What is the average number of cars in a parking lot on Monday mornings? Okay, so to answer this, what we would need to do is we would need to count the number of cars on multiple Monday mornings, right? So let's say Monday morning number one, there was 25 cars or 35 cars. Let's say Monday morning 2, there were maybe 40 cars. Okay, because we want the average. So that means that's at least 2 mornings, right? That's more than one. And let's say we looked at another Monday morning. Let's say the third Monday morning 3, there were 37 cars. Okay, so let's see. So that's about how we would answer that question, right? We couldn't just make it up. We would have to go and observe and count the number of cars each Monday morning. Okay, so let's see. Was this a statistical question? Well, we needed to collect data with variability. So in other words, the data may have changed, right? There is some variety in data. And yes, we have. So the first Monday, right, there were 35 cars. The next one, there was 40. And the next one, there was 37. So that is a change in data. So yes, that is a statistical question. I'm also going to circle it too, so it really stands out. This is a statistical question because our data varied. Okay? All right, next question. Am I hungry? Well, to answer that, we would need to, check out our stomach situation, and it would be a yes or no. Maybe, yes, I'm hungry. So, okay, that's about all the data we can collect because it's just, am I hungry? Yes or no. So, does our data have variability? Does it change? Does it vary? It does not. So, to answer our overall question, is this a statistical question? No. Okay, let's look at the next one. How many teeth does my mother have? Okay, well, to find the answer to that, I need to ask my mother, I need to call her up. Hey, Mom, how many teeth do you have? Let's say she has 30 teeth. Okay, does that give us a variety in data? Does it give us a change in data? Does it vary? Nope, that's just a single number answer. So again, no, not a statistical question. All right, let's look at this next one here. It says, how much time do the members of my family spend eating per year? Okay, well, to do that, I would need to ask my husband, my son, my mom, my dad, any family member that I would feel appropriate for this. So let's say family member A spends 321 hours. Let's say member B, and I'm just guessing here, maybe spends 284 hours each year eating. And let's say let's say that was my son, my husband. Let's say I asked my mom as well. Member C, let's say she took a little longer, 345 hours. Okay, so we're just guessing there. So does our answers collect data with variability? Are the numbers different? Do they change? Is there some variety in the answers? Yes. So this is a statistical question, right? We don't have a single number answer, and it's not yes or no. Also, I'm going to circle it, showing that this is a statistical question. Okay, the last question. How many times have I watched Star Wars? Okay, pause the video, think about it. Is this a statistical question? How many times have I watched Star Wars? Okay, how would I answer this? Well, I would count the number of times that I've watched Star Wars, which is exactly 1 time. Okay, and that's it. That's all the data I can collect because it's just counting the number of times I've watched Star Wars. So, is this a statistical question? Does my data have variability? Does it change or vary? Nope, it's just a 1 number answer. It's just how many times I watched it. So, no. If the question was something like on average, or how many times have each of your classmates watched Star Wars? On average, how many times have each of your classmates watched Star Wars? Then yeah, that would be a statistical question. But how many times I alone have watched Star Wars? Not statistical. Okay, and that's it.